Action.
Hello and welcome to another fascinating and thought-provoking edition of Redefining Creativity with the Power of AI. I'm your regular host, Ambassador Sidney Dela. And with me today to tackle this particular issue is no other person than an expert in media information literacy. I know you'll be glad by the time she begins to unfold what exactly MIL is all about. Thank you so much. Join me as I welcome my guest, our guest this very hour, Lady OMOFUOMA AGHARITE. Did I get the name?
That's an excellent. It should be Robo somewhere in your list. I suspect. Excellent. That's excellent. Thank you so much.
Thank
I'm glad
you.
to be here.
Yes. They will want to have a kind of a hello from you.
Hi everyone. Like I said, my name is OMOFUOMA AGHARITE. He actually pronounced it better than I do. So yes. So he can take his own pronunciation of my surname and just call me Omo. That works.
Thank you. Not to keep our viewers waiting. When I encountered you, via voice notes, calls, and the rest, I saw the passion in you to talk about this. And you are not just into it, but you are an expert. You are an expert. So our viewers will love to know what exactly is media information literacy maybe in a simple, practical, everyday language.
I totally understand that. I realized to answer that question is what comes to mind was when I had to do some focus group discussions with some secondary school SS1, SS2 children in a private school and in public schools within Abuja, and then I was speaking the media information. Have you heard of it? And they were looking at me like, "What is this woman saying?" And I realized, this is what my professor was trying to tell me, that this language, you need to break it down. Don't assume that everybody knows what it means.
Exactly.
And so that's when it was right there in front of these children. I needed them to understand what I was saying, and I said, okay, you know what? Long story short of what media information literacy is to think critically. Do you know that one? They said yes. I said good. So media information literacy is really thinking critically on every information you come across.
Yeah.
How you use it, or how you interact with the information that you come across, how you use it, and how you share it.
Okay.
So that's what media and information literacy is basically. There's the UNESCO big definition for it, but it is really critical thinking on every single information you come across. How you get it in the first place? Did you get it from a strange corner?
Yeah.
How you reviewed it? How did you see the information? And then how did you use it? Did you absorb it and use it to make a decision like bait with salt to avoid COVID?
Okay.
Or did you share it and say, so how did you? So just thinking deeply before you take the information and share it, or before you even create something.
Okay.
So that's really media and information literacy in basic and critical thinking on how you use information.
Okay, wait. There are certain issues that people come across every day.
Yes.
But they don't give so much attention to it.
Yeah.
But those things are something that are very important in our society.
Yes.
What provoked your passion to lead you to that, to the extent of being an expert in it?
Okay, I think so. It was when I had to go to school for my master's, and then my lecturer said, "Oh, do you know that before an advert is placed before you, there is a goal. There's something that the company wants to achieve. Do you know why they use fair ladies in the banking hall of a particular bank in Nigeria? I don't know if there's still fair ladies there, but it used to be fair ladies. I think you already, the way you're laughing, you know the bank. Do you know why it had to be to sell perfume? The guy had to look a certain way, the lady had to look a certain way. Then there was always an agenda behind it. Even people saying they're helping you, there's an agenda behind it. And so I started wondering, how many things have I been manipulated into purchasing, into using, into buying, into doing? And so that just made me say, okay, can I begin to pay a little more attention? And the moment I started paying attention to it, and I realized that there's a lot that's happening. There's a lot of bamboozling happening in everyday life.
Sure.
That because I wasn't paying attention, I was just following the herd anywhere the crowd goes, or even if I think I'm not following the herd, the corner I think I am, something still influenced me. Media is a strong influence, like you know, from the movie to the news to what we're doing now. It's strong influence. It really, I found out that I don't think it's fair that people don't have the capacity or don't have the skill to be able to analyze the information they're getting. I realize that journalists are the luckiest set of people in the world. This is why I say so. They are the ones who have who are trained to analyze information the way I've said it today, and they are the ones who now even decide what we should tell the people to focus on. You know, they have access to all the news, and then they say this is newsworthy. This is what you all should pay attention to.
Newsworthy.
Yes.
Newsworthy.
This is newsworthy.
Hold it there. Newsworthy. That brings me to my next question for you. Newsworthy. What steps can an individual take, to defect a kind of misinformation online?
Yeah.
An information that is not newsworthy.
Yeah.
So what steps can an individual take to delete it?
I know that this is not worth it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think the first thing that some people are naturally born with, or some people will have to learn through the shege that life will show them. If you don't know what shege is, it's trouble that life will show you, is being cautious.
Okay.
Being cautious. That first of all, three questions you must ask. Where is this information coming from? Why did this person send this information?
Yeah.
And what is the reaction they want from me? If you can just sit down with these 3 questions first of all, then you can so I see mass media show on TV and a snippet, maybe you cut out a snippet of this show of our conversation, and I see it goes viral, and it comes on my timeline, and the question I'm asking, okay, who's it? Okay, this is a number. Is he trying to push an agenda? Is that why this snippet is up? Especially maybe I said something about, to have this kind of people as president is wrong, and that's what you now cut out as your snippet. Then you ask, is there an agenda? Yeah, who sent it? Okay, ambassador is he's not known to be partisan. Okay, maybe he's okay. It's okay. Let's check it that the person who did it is a known, credible source. Why did he do it? What purpose does he want? What's the purpose he wants to achieve? Okay, does he want me to just know? That's important that I know who to vote for, who not to vote for, or is he trying to push his own client or his own person to me? And then the last thing is, what reaction does he want me to have from this post? And if it's knowledge, then it's not the knowledge he just wants me to know. Then I can think, okay, good. I think I should share this. I think more people should know this. That should happen. These 3 questions can be answered in a jiffy. Okay. Usually, it's not something that you now sit down, open textbook, open Google, and start answering. It's just really, who's the source? Where did it come from? Okay, mass media. We know who they are. Why would they send it? What did the person say? Exactly. I know this is good content that should go, but a lot of us like drama. That's the thing, and we like to be, we like to share, and we like to feel. There's this vain part of ourselves that gets some glory when we have solid information that you don't know about. If I'm the one who told you that, do you know where they sell brown shirt like this, and you want it, like let me be the source. I am your plug.
Yes.
So people are quick to share those kinds of information. Negative information, whether true or false, just want to share it so that it can be that their clip went viral, their social media handle went viral with it. So for to be able to detect, long story short, to detect what is newsworthy for you, because for us everyday people, what is newsworthy is what we share.
I like that word, newsworthy.
Yes, what we so it's a bit different now. For a journalist, there are so many rules, news values, all of that that determine newsworthiness. But for the people, it's none of the news values work. Instead, what works for the people is what is shareable, what can give me scalability and virality.
Good.
And so, what is newsworthy in that case now? Your own should just be to check: did this come from a credible source, or is this speaking to my bias?
Wow. So
if you're speaking to my bias, there's nothing I can do about it. You have to be honest with yourself to say, my ultimate goal is vanity and for being too popular, so I will just share it like that, whether it harms people or not. I think people don't know the impact of the messages they share. I think that's where the long and short of it is.
That's true. So the creating the awareness is very important.
Absolutely.
And that is exactly what
media and information literacy is really about. Yes.
But that might be one aspect of it.
Yes, it's definitely one aspect
of it. Before we take a short break, I want to ask this. How does mail, that is media what?
And information literacy.
How do you think mail will reduce this hate speech and then unsafe online broadcast or behavior?
So it's how, I want to believe that when education, the English one education came into Nigeria, I wasn't born then, like you can tell, but I know from history, reading history, when English started in the country, I'm sure we didn't know the ripple effect of being literate.
That's true.
We didn't know. We were fine with how we're living our lives, learning our mother tongues, learning about our own cultures and moving on. But today, look at how far we have gone. Yes, we've lost some of our beautiful cultures that we should get back to, but just being literate has expanded even our own creative abilities. Who would have thought that learning A, B, C, D would have brought us here?
That's true.
So that's the power of education. You may not be able to see it at that time when you're teaching your 1 year, 2 year, 3 year A, R, all of that. But you know that that's so foundational, and that with that he or she is able to build anything that they want to build later on in life. That's the way media and information literacy is. So right now, I may not be able to say media information literacy. Once you learn it, you'll be able to detect what's fake and what's not. You may not be able to do that immediately. But that's foundational skill for you to now start building consciousness and awareness, like you earlier stated.
That's true.
So with that consciousness and awareness, you can now, because now you now have like an auto-detect in your senses.
Yeah.
That when someone says something, you don't say it's hate speech because they insulted your tribe. That's what we're doing in Nigeria now. Once you just insult an Oromo person, it's hate speech. Whether what they said was true or not, it's hate speech.
It's hate speech.
No, you are able to now detect that, okay, the reason this statement was made to instigate polarization and to cause war or to cause some sort of.
That's true.
If you can see the big picture, just take yourself away from what was said to what they hoped to achieve with what was said. Then you're able to detect it. Now, what brings you to that point of thinking that deeply is getting media and information literate. Just learning how to assess information correctly, asking yourself questions when they come across, not being quick to share it. Like just that, you see that person I share, say broadcasting to everyone. So truly for online hate speech and co, I for one am able to detect hate speech immediately as it is now, because I can easily see this person wants to achieve political something or economic something. I can just quickly see that that's what they're doing, because the more I have done it for the little things, from WhatsApp statuses, I'm now seeing, like, the skill is getting better.
Yeah.
My English, let me say a quick story. When I was much younger, I couldn't speak a lick of good English. I speak pidgin English, trout. I have recordings of myself at 6, 7. Yeah, so mommy, see this one here. You don't come out the flower. That's why I couldn't speak English.
Yeah.
But I had a foundation there somewhere. And this is me now. My pidgin is so bad that my fellow worry people will just look at me and say, keep quiet, speak good English. But what I'm trying to say is the foundation is there. You build. Someone who couldn't speak so well but had a foundation is now speaking this well later on in life. Media and information literacy is very foundational. It's just empowering people with the basics, then see what they become, see how far I can get to them. But I know that if they have that skill, detecting hate speech will make a lot of difference.
Thank you. Please, just keep it there. We are broadcasting live here at Mass Media Hub, TX, in Otako, Abuja, Nigeria. We'll be right back. Hello, we are still back and we are still on that topic, redefining creativity with the power of AI. I'm still your host. We are transmitting live here from Mass Media Hub TX in Otako, Abuja, Nigeria. With me here today to analyze this heavy thoughts that are going in our hearts is my guest, Omo.
Yes.
Good, good.
Good to be here.
There were things you said initially that is provoking this next question.
Okay.
Yes. How can young Nigerians, behave or become responsible digital creators? Not just chunking out things, but things that will move not just the public, but the society at large.
So it's easy for us to answer for the young Nigerians, and just say, hey, young people, don't do this, don't do that. That's not it. There's a culture they have learned.
Okay.
The young, myself inclusive, we have learned that economics of skill is in short, economics is the most important thing. What you are going to get, the money you will get. And one way to get it is to be a content creator now, or to push out. You sometimes don't even have to show your face. Just anywhere there's news. That's why if a building is burning, be the first to snap it and post it. So that you're the one who broke the news. And it's about getting the eyeballs and what the eyeballs translate to.
Okay.
Kudi.
Yeah.
So that culture is what drives a lot of the young people today in how they distribute and use information. Okay. So to get them to stop is to now bring them to the consciousness that integrity or ethical use of information is much more important than economics. How do we do that? How do we tell people that economics is like the way things ethical use or ethics are stronger than economics? They'll ask you, will ethics buy me lunch? Will it buy me breakfast? Will it build my house? Will it buy me my car? I want to buy a house for my parents. So the point is, there's a lot of work that we all have to do to bring education and the awareness, education part of this conversation to young people from where they are, from schools, from their classrooms, from primary 1 to primary 6, from GS1 to SS1 to SS3. It should be in the curriculum that media information literacy is like let them be that consciousness in their heart. Then you have dealt with, how, I'm sure you have, I didn't ask if you had kids, but definitely you have.
I have.
Yes. And remember when you were sending them to school, if you send them to boarding house, when my parents sent me to boarding house, the question, remember the child of whose you are.
Remember where you're coming from.
That you say that to them, because you did not sit them down and tell them this is how to have good character. You modeled it.
Sure.
So in that now you activated that, and you hope that when they go into the world, they know what to do. That's what we have to do now for these people. I can't call a young person who's making money from the content, from their virality, and say, this thing you're doing is not good. You're spreading fake news. It's not good. What am I saying? He's doing it for his pocket. And he's able to meet his needs, pay his tithes if he pays tithes, do what he wants to do for his family, for himself. So I can't come and tell him that but if he had known inherently that for you to use information, think about the person and the impact of this information, what will it have on the people?
No, hold on, I'm not cutting you short.
Yes, please.
Now, don't you think the government has a role to play in this? There have been issues where they put restriction. Don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. And once it's done by an individual and he is caught or arrested and treated the way he didn't want or he doesn't want, others will learn lessons.
Yes.
So don't you think the government should come in here to place a kind of restriction that such and such and such or this and this and this shouldn't go out?
I wouldn't say they should place restrictions. Because you haven't taught them. MIL is not in anybody's curriculum right now.
Sure. So
you can't be punishing me for something I didn't know.
No. But in the case of not MIL now.
Okay.
The information you want to send across. Is not to anybody's benefit. You even know that it's going to touch Mr. A, Mr. B negatively or positively. So if it is not positively, don't share it.
I think you will encroach into the whole freedom of speech thing.
No, it's not encroaching.
No, as a government, you have to be very careful. I know that I can't remember the body now, if it's the UN or the EU or one of the international bodies for media law. The conversation is that the punishment should be commensurate to the crime. There are 3 tests that you must run everything through. So the whole point is, you should now, what are the consequences of putting restrictions? What are the chances that you, sir, will not now say, this thing goes. It's true. You actually stole funds because we can't touch on the whole Fourth Estate thing. Some media houses, traditional media, they've been boycotted. People don't trust traditional media anymore.
Yeah.
So they'd rather trust an ambassador who is honest, who's on the street, who's telling everybody the truth, who's reporting it as it is. So they would rather trust that. So if you now put some restrictions and say, oh, this information, you must check it, you have to be, unless I don't understand, but what you're asking, if you put some restrictions on this information over that information, that you must touch people positively, it doesn't have to be, I think you'll be putting a gag on a lot of news houses.
Okay, let me ask this.
Yeah.
Now, there are some posts you make to TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and they will bounce it.
Yeah.
Either because of the music
I agree.
or the content.
Yes.
That is restriction.
Yes.
When it's done to you, you will learn.
Yes.
And you will learn how not to do it again and do it right.
Yes.
So don't you think...
It's interesting you brought that up because there's the multi-stakeholder document that UNESCO worked on recently that really is talking about AI and media and information literacy.
Yes, yes.
How, that whole combination. And one of the conversations they're having is the fact that the tech companies cannot claim we're not involved.
Sure.
So you see this thing where you say tech companies are restricted. Sometimes they have done it to people and there's no reason why. You don't know what you have done. You don't know why they put out your music. You really don't know.
Let me not. I'm not stopping you, but they did it to me.
Yeah.
On my WhatsApp.
Yeah.
And the reason was bulk message that they will tell me when my whatever will be restored.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
The reason what they gave me was bulk message, which I know I do always.
Yeah, like broadcast.
Yes. So I don't think TikTok or WhatsApp or Facebook or Instagram will just stop you from posting anything for a period of time without telling you what you did.
So what the conversation in that document, like I was trying to say that I hadn't finished, was that nowadays there has to be now that extra layer of transparency that even them as the companies will not be the one to stop you. A third party may have to be the one where there's a you can trust that their evaluation is correct because sometimes it's not. Sometimes someone hired up there has said this report, please take it down. If not, you guys will get kicked out of the country here and there. I'm not negating the fact that those restrictions don't help us do what's right from time to time. Like you learn so that you don't do broadcasts anymore, like you said.
That's true.
But it's not. I have a friend who has constantly had account bounced for no reason, and you don't know what happened and why that went wrong. So both ways there are issues. But taking it back to say the Nigerian government, because that's where your question came from. When it comes if they put restrictions on certain things, would it not affect what we put out? Nigerians have found out are very smart people. We'll find another way to get it out.
Very smart.
We'll find that's when you see that we'll create our own TikTok, everything will come out just so that we can continue to do what we do. So I think, sir, that if we do the restrictions, we're attacking the problem from the leaves and not from the roots. I'm thinking that a deep cultural change is necessary, like a deep behavioral change is necessary at this point, and it comes from starting very early, going through them. Like if you teach the younger ones, they will teach the older ones, and there's a lot of peer learning that happens amongst everybody. You learn from your peers, you learn from that. So if we can, restrictions can work in certain situations, but I'm saying that's not lasting. That's not a lasting change. A true lasting change may take time, but it should start from now. My 4-year-old should know the advantages and disadvantages of certain information that they come across, how to use platforms, how to secure themselves. They should already know from now. If we do that, we'll have a whole generation that knows what to do.
Okay, fine. Beautiful. My joy is that you are tackling the whole thing, deeply. And I believe our viewers are getting the information they need.
Yes.
Before my last question for you is this: how can Mail rebuild trust in the media? Let's say that trust, that belief in the media or media is pushed us. So how can Mail, rebuild that trust that they once had
in the media?
Yes.
Some people never even had it. The younger generation, they didn't even have the trust. Like they came to meet the media untrustworthy. Yeah. So, but I know that that's what they met. Some of us met the solid one, and then But media and information literacy, it is the use of it that will be helpful. What I mean by that is, if I become more and more conscious of information, then I can detect when the media houses are misbehaving. So to be honest, media and information literacy can make us more critical of the media. I'm very honest about that. It makes us more critical about the media, about government, about everyone. We are more critical. But the use of it by the media, and the media playing a role in teaching people to be more conscious of it, will not make me trust you. Something that you know, that if I know, I can begin to question you.
That's true.
You're now teaching me the thing. Then that means it showed me a bit of your heart. That, okay, maybe you really want me to know and I can trust you.
Sure. We
know of governments in Norway, in Finland, in Scandinavian countries, that MIL is a government thing. And it's done in the curriculum for the children. And you're thinking, but you people are not supposed to be supporting it, because if these people, if this critical thinking thing will go against you, if you will come up with a useless law, they will your people will tear it apart.
Wow.
So you shouldn't empower your people, right? That's our typical Nigerian mindset. Something I know that if I tell you, then you will not start questioning my authority. Me, this elder, that what I'm sitting down and I can see, you that will climb a roko tree, you will not see. That's our adage, right? So the point is, it's how the media can begin to wake up, traditional media, and begin to play their own part, if they choose to take up the role, to start teaching people. I know one of the roles of the media is to educate.
That's true.
If they cannot take that, I know it doesn't pay the bills to a large extent. You spend money to educate.
Yeah.
If they can begin to teach people literacy skills in line with media, AI literacy, digital literacy, media literacy, like dedicate small hours in the day where they put out did you knows, or just teach people some things that keeps them conscious. Question: is this
creating the awareness?
Yes, is this real? Is this fake? You know, if I can imagine turning on my TV and they say it's that time. Is it real? Is it fake? And they incentivize it. People should send in, this is real, this is fake, this is real, this is fake. And then the TV station gives the winner a gift and even announces them next time. You know, they start doing that. I can begin to trust that you are empowering me with a skill that I find very useful, that I can trust you because you're doing something for my own good. So it's the use of media and information literacy.
Thank you. My last question before you run off.
Yes.
How can AI support meal, and what are the implications? I mean, the risks.
Yeah.
Well, how can AI come in to support, all this?
Yeah. Excellent question. So first of all, let me go from the risk. That's easier. The artificial intelligence has made it even 10 times more difficult to detect what's fake and what's real. In this with Gemini, which actually, to be more precise, generative AI, the generative artificial intelligence, are the ones that you prompt and it brings out an image, a video, or a text. Those ones have made things really difficult for you to tell, and it again, I worry that the use of it is reactionary for us on this side of the divide. In the sense that we are not the ones creating a lot of the things. We're consuming. A few people are creating, I believe, but we consume it a whole lot more than, like, say, create our own AI agents or our own AI data banks or so. So artificial intelligence in itself has that risk. Okay. But imbibing the AI literacy into media and information literacy just expands the reach for you to now be able to detect what is real and what is fake. You may never still be able to by just looking at it, but by asking yourself those questions. So there are now AI tools, to be honest. I have found that there are now AI tools that can tell you, that can do some geolocation for you, that can help you check precisely, is this image real, is it fake? You know, during elections, that happens a lot. They bring old photographs and say this is it. There are now AI tools, Google Lens, and some of them do some of those really good work in detecting that.
I think I've seen one or two.
Yes, so you can actually feed that in and say, is this real? Where was this taken? But part of what UNESCO is asking platforms to do is to say, when images are made, videos or images are made with AI, there should be an ID on the image to say made with AI. They're asking tech companies to make it compulsory. Let there be an ID, like that, imprinted on it. I get it. So that it can help a lot of people. My mother-in-law was listening to something about the particular medicine that can help, and it was she was paying deep attention to it. The voices were sounding so AI. I said, "Mommy, that's AI." She said, "No, it's not. I should come and look." And I came to look at it. It looked so real. It was so good. Then I looked deeply. I said, "This woman didn't say this. Look at her lips. Look at her blink. It's mechanical." And then it said, my God, it's AI. I said, yes, it's AI. So now she's afraid. She doesn't know what to believe on or what to watch or what not to watch anymore. You know, so I'm sorry that I scared her, but it's where we are.
But you know, with Mill, you know, one will be exposed to the reality or non-reality.
Yes.
As is both the fake.
Yes.
But I'm not saying that AI is fake.
No.
But,
of course.
The real one and not the real one.
Yes, exactly.
You can easily detect, okay, this is AI.
Yes. And
this is not.
And even and being AI is not even bad. It's what information are they using? The person who created this, what did they want to achieve with it? Because for everything good made, there are people who will use it for bad at the end of the day. So one has got to be careful, really. So AI is very effective. Building more people are building more agents internationally that should help us, because it's getting really difficult for everyday people to be able to detect what's real and what's fake, especially with videos. So news houses getting AI even into their system, having AI news anchors. Some of them are now working to build up, you know, fact-checking tools that can help, like just so that you can run your images through it. But for everyday people, one way to always check it is you just confirm what is this information trying to spread, and should I advance the work by forwarding this message to my, you know, broadcast list. So
Thank you, Omo. Thank you, Omo.
Thank you.
Before you leave, what to be your core message, you know, to Nigerians who are navigating digital kind of life today? Because all you are saying here is like very new to some of us and very new to our viewers. What will be your core message to them so that they will hold on to it and run with it? Because this is a message they have gotten, they must run with it. What will be your core message?
Okay, I think I saw something somewhere recently that said out of 5 people, the survey done with, let's say 5 people, but out of every 5 persons, only that say they know how to use AI, only 2 have been trained. Yes, only 2 have been trained. So, and it is true, we figured it out. You know how you did it? Nobody really trained us on how to use Google search. You figure it out. That's exactly what's happening on the platforms, on Gemini, and people are not making it easier. People will just show you their prompts.
You see, that's one secret. That's one secret we have here.
Yes.
In mass media hub. We train people on AI.
Excellent.
So by the time they go out there to work on their own, you will know that they have been trained.
Excellent. So that, you see, I'm in the right place. I didn't know about that. So I think my final word would be pay attention to mass media. You can use that to upskill yourself on AI use. Don't assume that you know how to use it. Yes, you continue using it as you are, but there are opportunities. What you do is free. There are freer ones as well that you can jump on. But literally, also open up your mind to the 3 questions I asked earlier. Who is behind this message? Why did they send it out? Because in asking about why, you are finding out their intentions and what is the reaction they want from you. Is that reaction polarizing? Is it advancing hate speech? Or is it going to build unity? So if it's not going to build unity, they don't spread it. But if it's going to make us conscious of maybe a wrongdoing in government that we should do something about, then we can push that forward. But you have to think. It's something that you have got to do. Let's not allow our brain rot with the doom scrolling.
That is true.
Let's just encourage ourselves to think deeply, please.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. We've had it all from the experts, the one that is so passionate about this, and we have nothing to say but thank you for your time and for your love for this, because the people have been educated. You know,
I'm glad.
And I mean, hearing this, thank you so much.
I'm honored.
Once again, we are still broadcasting live here from Mass Media Hub, TX, Otako, Abuja, Nigeria. So please, thank you so much. Next time, please tune in to our WhatsApp, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram handles. Please do it.
You want me to share mine?
Okay, yeah, of course.
Okay, fine.
I'd like to have a program coming up very soon or something like that.
Yes, I'm actually working with a friend to see how we can do some AI ethics training online virtually.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to putting that together, but we
Okay.
haven't gotten a date yet, free of charge. Let's just get people conscious.
Okay, now give them free of charge from mass media. Give them
Yes.
free of charge your social media handle.
Okay, excellent. So Instagram.
I might charge you later.
So I will charge you later. Anything it does to me, I'll do to you. So it is on Instagram. It is at Kara to Dance. Dance because I used to dance. Now I dance in my spirit, but really it's Kara to Dance. Kara number 2 dance, one word. And on Facebook, it's my name OMOFUOMA AGHARITE. On LinkedIn, my name OMOFUOMA AGHARITE. So if you just Google my name OMOFUOMA AGHARITE, you should have all my social media handles.
Thank you so much. I remain your presenter on defining creativity with the power of AI, transmitting life every time from Mass Media Hub, Otako Abuja Studio. Thank you.